consistency in the break. Once again, it's the same sort of feel, but that cue ball got away a little bit. Another ball has gone down. Nice break here. Losing a bit of control, but I got successful. 6 successful break in a row to 2. So he's finally getting his revenge after a couple of years. And that's what proves that patience is a virtue. And as I've always been doing, this is the best way you can learn from yourself. You can learn from your own mistakes by playing with the ghost and pretending that the ghost is the best player there. Now you can see that was a fairly good break shot. The only thing wrong with that break shot, we need to execute well. Now, starting off with the break here, as I said, I've been having quite a bit of success with the break shot here. Starting off here, trying to pot the 1 into the side, but I will need to hit, say here, a bit square on the 1. Now, unfortunately, there on that break shot, I got kicked into the side. So now I'm going to try to break here again from the side. This time, again, my objective is always to try to get the 1 ball into the side. Let's see if I can use as much control as I had the last time. Let's see if I can get the 1 into the side here. Here we go. And again, I used a pop break there. Fortunate for me there, I got the 3 ball, kicked the 4 ball into the side pocket there. That was another good break shot. But I only have 1 opening shot here, which is the 6. Everything else is a bit tough. I have a jump onto the 3 ball. But I'm jacking up with the 6 here. It's a back cut very close to the 6. So let's see what happens here. Nice shot there. The angle was leading me into the breakout for the 1, but I got the breakout on the 7 instead. It's going to be the issue here. So the 3 ball into the side here. Stop shot. Well, stun draw there. But the angle is a bit too much, so I might miss the breakout of 1 reel. So I'm just gonna play the 4, clear that part of the table, drawing the cue ball, and that was definitely not the intent, but I landed perfectly here on the 5 into the side. I can solve that tricky little problem here. So if I can stop the cue ball there or thereabout and have the perfect angle that I need to go 1 reel into the 1. And I'll use the Dr. Dave peace sign rule here. I know that the natural path of the cue ball, just with a hair of right spin, will take me right into the 1 perfectly. And with the right speed here, in acknowledgement that that was a very, very good breakout there, which is about to be an exquisite break and run. He knows exactly that I'm supposed to actually win this game. After that breakout, there's absolutely no reason why I shouldn't. But I have a sort of flat angle here. So I'm going to stun. You'll see here that I'm aiming close to center. And I'm stunning. Cue ball almost though got away. An awful cut onto the 8. So I rather got down way down onto the table. So the settling down here onto this 8. Taking a couple of warm-up strokes. Focusing on the pot. Delivering the cue nicely. So with this break off here, I have an opening onto the stripes. Let's see if maybe I could get a break and run to really stop my authority here. Ooh, I've already spoken to you guys. I already took a little position here, but I have the 9 ball into the corner. I've landed perfectly here onto the, really nicely done there. Getting a little bit close to that 9 ball though. So I'm potting the 9 into the corner, coming 1, 2 reels, trying to beat that 3 ball there. Nicely done. On the 11. Can the 8 ball pass? We'll find out in a moment. The 11 ball goes straight down. Let's see what happens to the 13 ball here. Stun following. Down for the 15. These guys have been watching me learn this game since I was young. These guys have watched me grown to this level here. Let's see. I'm going for the 13. Focusing and staying steady down on the shot. Let's see what happens here, guys. Ooh, knew it was a problem. I think his body language has changed after that safety battle. Since that safety battle, everything doesn't seem to be working out. For example, he just missed that uncharacteristic 2 ball there. That's the type of player he is. He thrives on the hunt. But not today, Jannar, not today. I'm not giving you that opportunity to defeat me. Potting that 13 ball, coming down nicely for that 12 ball. Perfect. That 8 ball is into the side, all the way down to the short rail. It's a little tricky to come down to the short rail here, because if I bump the rail a bit too hard, I might be in trouble. So I'm just going to be rolling this in here and using that 4 ball as a stopper. Body language and demeanor has changed since that safety battle where I took a 4-0 lead. And from there, I think Jenna really hasn't gotten to the table much. And when he's gotten to the table, it has always been for him to sing. So I really think that this match was a great one. On my live stream against the young man that is walking here in the blue, that was also a very good match. I was obliterated in that match. So look out for that one, guys. If you're enjoying this particular one here, hit the like button. The 8 ball goes into the side for a 6-0 lead in a race to 7. I do have the cut on the 14, but definitely going for the solids. This is like the premier option here. So playing the 6, it looks like, into the side. Moving that 3 ball, nicely done. To the side actually. Okay, so I'm going for the 4 instead. So let's see, you're going for the 2 maybe into the side, or the 2 into the corner. I think I'm going for the 2 into the corner, rolling in this. Alright, let's see here. Staying focused, staying down, staying steady. 2 ball into the corner. Nicely done. Be strong, stay focused in the game, because it just takes a spark to get a fire burning. So let's see here. Really don't want to have to move this 5 because it is my insurance. But I don't have an option here. So I'm looking now, I have the natural angle here. I know that this particular system, the Ralph Eckert positional system here, lets me know. You see where I put the chalk? Once I cut this 1 ball in, with a natural cue ball, I should hit about where the chalk is and head into the line of the 3. So you'll see here that I land perfectly there on the chalk. Stunning and coming up 1 reel. So playing the 7 here. Oh dear, dear. It's definitely not the best match. Didn't really get into the game. Played a it's not a lot, but Shane was just really good in this match. I don't have much of a choice here. I have a really thin cut here on the 8. So let's see if I maybe can just pull 1 last shot off. Oh, great shot there by Apex. Great shot there. Great recovery shot. Lovely run out there by Apex. I said here, guys, it's all about planning the rock to precision. Now already you can see that I'm already down, looking at the 2 and looking at the angle that I need on the 2 to get back onto the 3. Now you'll see where I go around here, and I'm already looking at what is the ideal angle that I need on the 3. Now I know that the 4 is already near to a pocket, so I do not have to worry too much about the 4. But the ideal angle here on the 2 to transition to the 3 is going to be a key in opening up the run for this rack here. Now as you see here where I pop the one ball, you can see that I kind of pop the one ball towards the left side of the pocket, transition towards the top long range here. Now because I popped the one ball towards the left side of the pocket, I kind of cheated the pocket accidentally. Now I have to make an adjustment here. Now you can see where I use the Dr. Dave peace sign rule here, potting the 2 and predicting where the cue ball is going to go, and I predicted that it was going to go into the 8, so I had to play for a short side position on the 3. Now I'm in tip top position here, just gonna pop this 3 straight up and just hold position there under the 5 for the shot on the 4. It's tricky, so I'm not even gonna think about even playing for the 5 ball into the top left. So all I'm gonna do here is a stun off to the short rail here, just play with a slight stun shot, soft speed, and just negotiate for that shot there. Now the cue ball was a little bit heavy, you can see just tapping the table there, then kind of looking, so the angle is slightly acute, but it's still okay. I have to use a little bit of inside spin here to hold position for the 6, and that was nicely done, and I'm back into position here, land precisely where you want it to land here. Now this here is a high level positional play. You must be able to move the cue ball along the rails. The rails helps you to maintain speed control. So here I pop the 6 going one rail and just using the second rail here to cushion the cue ball for a position into the middle of the table. If the cue ball was straight on the 8, I want the easiest route to get back onto the 9. So here I'm just gonna settle, just a slight stun draw here, maybe landing in between where I wanted. The cue ball had a little bit of angle there. It is not steep as how I would love it for me to be. I'm predicting that it's going to touch anywhere around the middle diamond. So that's the aim, to touch the short rail and to come there. That would be ideal. Now what I did not know during the execution of this shot is that when the angle is at this when we have this sort of angle, the cue ball will tend to go a little bit long off the third rail, or you have to use a little bit more side spin to bend the angle here. So you can see coming around nicely, but the cue ball went a little bit long off my intended target. Besides little tips and advice, there's many things to take from this here to improve your run out game. So I do hope that you learned, and I have many more videos like this coming up. Literally open up into the table here, just gonna be potting the 1 into the side and just perhaps coming off the first cushion on the side rail and back out for the 2. Now so I like playing positions for a pot. Now playing position here on the 2, little bit acute, still makeable, very easy shot. I'm just gonna come out back towards the middle of the table here and to get some sort of position here. But now I have to be stretching now, and by stretching here, just a little bit of top left spin, top right spin, pardon me, here, come towards again the middle of the table, leaving at really nice angle here on the 5 to stun over for the 7. Finesse shot that you need to have complete control over the cue ball, because as you'll see here, as I stun across the face of the 7, it comes off a little bit heavy, and it just held up just enough to overcut this ball, and I can sometimes undercut this ball. So I have to be really precise, take a couple of warm-up strokes, focus on the contact spot, and just come 1, 2 rails and back underneath the 8. It would have been more ideal if I was more under the 8, but this is perfect, landing nicely. Now I got a little bit careless here on this shot, and you can see it's supposed to be like an easy run out here, but I kind of swung my cue a little bit too hard, and this is also another error that I want you guys to observe. You have to ensure that you don't try to get too close to your work, and don't try to use too much spin or let the cue ball loose. The professional players always maintain control over their object ball, and this also is another reason why objective is always to try to get the 1 ball into the side. Let's see if I can use as much control as I had the last time. Let's see if I can get the 1 into the side here. Here we go. And again, I used a pop break there. Fortunate for me there, I got the 3 ball, kicked the 4 ball into the side pocket there. That was another good break shot. Cue ball is whenever the rock lays this easy, you see here where it's my tip position that failed me here. I was trying to just play with top spin here. I kind of stunned the cue ball and my tip position failed me in terms of having a bit of right spin. And so it's in the middle of the table. I tend to use top spin where you see here where I missed the kick on the 3 here on the inside. I'm not hoping, but when these situations pop up, I will definitely be making better choices, better decisions here. Now, rock, as I said from the break, was a really good break, really good layout of the balls. Not much trouble here. Just gonna pop this 6. Kind of looks like it's gonna carry him into the 9, so a bit of left spin beautifully here. Gonna stun draw the 7. Definitely needed a bit more draw on that to get a bit closer to my work, but everything is laid good. 9 ball is in the pocket, 8 ball is on the rail. Just gonna follow this cue ball coming off 2 rails and coming in line for the 9 here. All right, so I'm very happy to share these little moments with you. It's not always about the break and runs or the fancy shots. It's also about recognizing your mistakes and your errors that you make during the rock. So I will see you next time in the next upload, guys. Continue practicing and improving and learning from your own mistakes, and until then, we'll see each other in the next tutorial. Take care. Bye bye.